Hi, everybody from Nelsonville-York High School. Welcome to the Buckeye Softball broadcast and pregame show presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services and Fred Wolfe Automotive. It is April the 23rd, 2026. We have the Nelsonville-York Buckeyes hosting the Amanda Clearcreek Aces. Our director is Joe Higgins, Luke Duncan on camera, and I'm Jim McCumber here on the Nelsonville Media Company. Of course, Joe, last night the Buckeyes suffered a heartbreaker, a game that went to 9 innings against the Trimble Tomcats, and Trimble came away with the 3-2 win.
Yeah, off the air we were having conversations about the numbers from that game were just kind of astounding that you had Lily Gura on the circle there for 18 strikeouts, again 17 of those coming in the first 7 innings of regulation. Then she picked up another one over the next 2 of the 9-inning game. But then on the other side, Trimble had 8 strikeouts from Davis. So, there's a lot of Ks, a lot of good work yesterday. The Buckeyes had, 10 hits to 5 of Trimble's. So they doubled them up there. They doubled them up in Ks. But it was a 1-1 game for the longest time, and then Trimble at the end put up 2 more runs. The Buckeyes got 1 back, but got stymied there in the bottom of the 9th. And so the Tomcats may have gotten outshined in every other area, but they got the most points and the most runs, and that's what matters the most. So
that's what counts, is what's on that scoreboard.
Exactly. So the Buckeyes, I imagine, just a heartbreaker there. It's just, as we've said, is a very young team. Now, a lot of them got some time last year, as I think there were 9 or 11 freshmen on last year's team. I forget, it was a good amount, and most, if not all of them, are back this year as sophomores. But the sophomores still a young softball player. So a lot of youth out there that have had to grow this season, and now they welcome in Amanda Clearcreek. That the Aces play a good schedule as well, and they're going to be a tough out today.
Well, Gura, in a losing effort, set a new school record. Those 18 strikeouts set a single game record. The previous record holder was Riley Giffen. She had 17 back in 2017, and it was against the Trimble Tomcats.
Wow, how about that? So, well, congratulations to her for sure. I mean, we gave both pitchers our player of the game last night, and well-deserved. And that's the thing about softball is we're going to see her back out there tonight. She can throw again, and they don't have the same kind of limitations as baseball players do on the arm, given the what they would call more natural angle of softball pitching. And so she'll be back out there again. She can set a 2-day record with strikeouts.
Buckeyes now coming in at 3-10 overall. The Aces coming in at 4-11. Of course, the Buckeyes in the Tri-Valley Conference. Amanda Clearcreek in the Mid-State League. The Aces taking infield right now. The Buckeyes have already taken infield, so we're not too far away from getting this game underway.
Yep, we're ready to go. Luke Duncan's out there on the camera out in right center field. He's ready to go. And the Aces and Buckeyes getting ready to go.
As you mentioned, Lily Gura will be pitching for the Buckeyes. And for Amanda Clearcreek, it will be Abby King on the mound, starting for the Aces. Buckeyes leading off will be Lily Gura, and she is pitching. Batting second for the Buckeyes, Paige Hartman, and she'll be playing third base.
She had a nice game last night, too.
Yeah, she did.
She's had a nice
just
season.
A freshman.
Yeah, she's only a freshman, pretty consistent batter out there as well, and she can get you base hits, and she can hit for a little bit of power, too.
Batting third for the Buckeyes, Veda Stalder back in the lineup.
It's
great to see her back in there, and she's playing center field. Cleanup hitter tonight will be Ava Nungester, and she'll be playing shortstop. Batting fifth will be Haley Kerner, and she'll be playing first base. Batting sixth will be Ora Swisher. She's the catcher for the Buckeyes. Batting seventh will be Cam Jolly. She'll be out at second base. And batting eighth is McKinley Nungester, and she'll be in left field. And batting ninth for the Buckeyes, Charlie Russell, and she'll be in right field. For the Aces, leading off for Amanda Clearcreek will be Ava Lowell, and she'll be playing left field. Batting second will be Jordan Hines, and she will be at shortstop. Batting third will be Peyton Singleton, and she's in center field. Batting cleanup will be Addie Gilbert, and she is catching. Batting fifth is Cassidy Steinmetz, and she is at second base. Batting sixth is McKenna Singleton. She's at third base. Batting seventh is Abby King, and again, she's pitching. Batting eighth is Harper Klein, and she's at first base. And batting ninth is Riley Black, and Riley Black playing right field.
Our game today is presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. You're also going to hear from Fred Wolfe Automotive, Loge Insurance, Farmers Banking Center of Nelsonville, Attitudes and Company, P&J Auto Service Center, and Doc's Towing as well. Those are our sponsors for today's game. We appreciate them helping us deliver the action today.
Another beautiful day
I was
for
going to say the same.
softball, and wind blowing a little bit.
Yeah, a little breeze isn't too bad. Kind of makes our mic sound a little funny, but little breeze isn't too bad. We had nice weather yesterday as well, and only started to get a little bit of rain as we were packing up. So we avoided it for the most part.
Well, this evening, once we were all set up, I was getting the lineups,
Yeah.
and there was a few sprinkles.
A few drops
fell, but
came
that
in.
was it.
And it doesn't look like there's anything ominous out there. A couple dark clouds, but I know it rained some in Athens today, so.
Buckeyes and the Aces and softball here at Nelsonville-York tonight.
We're scheduled to get started at 5. We're a little behind as the Aces continue their warm-up. They're okay. We're not going to rush them off the field yet. Do want to give just a, I guess, public service announcement too for, our area. I'm sure a lot of areas are needing some officials. So if you're interested in helping out the area baseball and softball teams and can get your training done to do officiating, they need you. You're talking to a few this season already, talking about how stacked they are because they're the ones that are out there doing it. But it's kind of a thankless job, but it needs to be done so we can play ball.
Well, and again, what was it, a week or two ago, Buckeyes were going to be playing River Valley here, and the game was moved to the next night because they couldn't get officials.
Exactly. The Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule is per the norm, and everybody was booked on a Monday, so they moved that game to Tuesday. This game, I believe, was already scheduled for Thursday, so we should be good to go. Pretty good officiating crew we've got here today at Nelsonville-York softball field. Pat Tabler out there. I think he's going to be calling the balls and strikes. And then Tim Sikorsky will be out in the infield, making the calls from there.
Again, veteran officials.
Mm-hmm. Multi-sport veteran officials.
Yeah.
Do a good job in everything they're doing. Buckeyes will be off after this until Monday when they play Wellston. And then they're scheduled to play Miller on Tuesday. And I think at least the home games. See if I can find what they were for the rest of the week. I believe it's Alexander on Friday. At least those are the home contests. I'm not sure if they've got some away games sprinkled in there on Wednesday and Thursday or not, but we are getting down towards the end of this regular season. As it stands, there's only a handful of home games left. They pack in a lot of games in a small amount of time in baseball and softball. Track's the same way.
Get the Buckeyes, as we've talked about, a young team on their the Buckeyes softball team this year, you have 1 freshman, you have 12 sophomores, 1 junior, and 1 senior.
Wow.
Again, the Buckeyes 3-10 right now overall. And was talking about it before the game here, before we came on, that the Buckeyes are kind of taking their lumps this year. But again, hopefully they'll be handing out those lumps next year and the year after.
And it's tough, too, because they had a pretty successful season last year, but 3 seniors graduating. You're thinking, 3 is not that much. Well, those 3 were pretty good.
Yeah.
So without them this year, they've had to find a way to replace, but you just can't. You just got to, try to reload and keep going. And this team, as you said, is still young regardless, and they've got some work to do. But I think they've been really developing. We saw a really, really good game last night.
Yes.
That either team could have won. And again, statistically, the Buckeyes were fairly dominant in it, but there's one stat that means more, and that's the number of runs you score.
Again, the Buckeyes, they are talented, but it's young talent.
Yeah.
Still learning and growing.
And Coach Dennis Osborne, was telling us before the game that I think he said that there's 15 8th graders coming up. Or there's 15 8th graders playing at least. And if they all come out next year, that's going to be phenomenal, to have that many numbers, that much competition. You should be able to field a JV team. All those things can really help your program. So
it's great that there's so much interest. Again,
absolutely.
Mentioning 12 sophomores and a freshman on this team right now. And then, as you mentioned, all those junior high players coming.
Yeah, we're seeing it in softball coming here. We obviously see it in the volleyball program. They've got a ton of numbers. You got 2 JV teams up there because there's so many people and so many talented people. We need to get some of them girls out in basketball. Get those numbers up a little bit. The JV teams only play a half this year because of the numbers. So all these youngins coming up, go out and dribble this summer. Get some shots up. It's an area like ours, too. You're dependent on that to have as many athletes as you came out to play as many sports as you can. So we're going to turn our attentions to this sport, the softball, as we look to be just about underway, Jim.
Yep, the head coaches just concluded meeting with the umpires. Again, the head coach for the Buckeyes, Dennis Osborne. Head coach for the Aces is Lisa Barker. The assistant coach for Amanda Clearcreek is Krista Morgan. For the Buckeyes, Rusty Richards.
Got a good close-up shot there on our umpire, and Pat Taylor walks right in front of our camera, gives a little smile. As Lily Gura goes to warm up, which I don't know how much she needs to warm up. She was pretty warm yesterday. That's about as hot as you can get it on the pitching side of things, as you mentioned in our pregame show, which is presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services and Fred Wolfe Automotive. A new school record last night of 18 strikeouts in one game.
She probably struck out another 10 in her sleep last night.
Just woke up with her arms swinging that way.
Of course, Lola Gurridge is one of those sophomores.
Right. She was their primary pitcher last year as well.
Of course, the Aces being the visiting team, they will bat first here in the first inning.
Buckeyes changed their uniform from last night. Different uniforms.
Yeah, I like these uniforms.
I like the checkers on the sleeves. That's an interesting touch.
No, the football team had uniforms like that, had the checkers on the shoulders. Ava Lowell will lead it off for Amanda Clearcreek. She's batting .351 so far on the season. Liligura delivers the first pitch, and that's a ball, and this game's underway. 1-0 pitch by Gura, and that's high, 2-0. And that's popped up towards center field. Veda Stalter has the beat on it, and she pulls it in for the first out of the game.
Welcome back, Veda Stalter. See the Fred Wolfe Automotive replay popped up into center field, and Stalter settles underneath, makes the first out.
Now Jordan Hines at the plate, and that's a ball.
So looked at that maybe running slap shot or running bunt, pulled back.
1-0 pitch, and that's fouled back. Jordan Hines now at the plate for the Aces. She leads the Aces in walks this year. She has 12 of them. No one's even close to her in that category, so she has a good eye.
That's why she's at the top of the order, you know. Get the first couple batters, you want to get them on base.
And that's fouled back, 1-2.
So this looks like that's her normal approach, is that kind of running swing at it. Little slap shot.
One-two pitch, Lily Gura, and that's a line drive, base hit into the gap. Hines heads on over to second. She has a stand-up double. Now to the plate, the third hitter for the Aces, Peyton Singleton. Peyton Singleton leading the Aces in doubles. She has 5 of them this year. And that's fouled off. One down here in the top of the first, no score. Runner at second for the Aces. 0-1 pitch, and that's popped up towards right field. And right there is Charlie Russell for the Buckeyes. The runner tags and heads on over to third, but there's 2 down now. Cleanup hitter is Addie Gilbert. And that's a shot towards center field.
Oh, and it fell in.
Even Nungester trying to make the catch as she was sprinting out towards center, but it falls for a hit, and the Aces lead 1-0.
Good attempt. And Nungester was the only one that had a real shot at it, too. Even then, that was tough. So
Cassidy Steinmetz now at the plate for the Aces. Runner at first, 2 down here in the top of the first. And that's fouled off. Steinmetz batting .381. She leads in hits with 16 and has a couple home runs and 14 RBIs.
Called strike there.
So Liligura quickly ahead, 0-2. And a ground ball. And that's off the glove of Paige Hartman, and everyone will be safe. Ball hitting the hole between third and short. Now batting is McKenna Singleton. And that's fouled off.
Went into the Buckeye dugout. Hopefully everybody's okay in there. Aces have come out in this first inning swinging. They're attacking.
And that's popped up. Paige Hartman calling for it, and it falls. And that will, everybody will be safe as that's a fair ball. So 2 down, base is now loaded. And at the plate will be Abby King. And a ground ball to short. David Ungester throws it over to Paige Hartman to third, gets the fielder's choice. That's the final out of the top of the first inning, but the Aces get a run. They lead 1-0 with the Buckeyes coming up for the first time.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades, with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm Dave Loge with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville. Serving clients in Southeast Ohio, I can help you with your Medicare Advantage plan and Medicare Supplement Plan questions and choices. If you're new to Medicare, or if you have questions on your current plan, give me a call. I'm here to help, 753-3376. There's no cost to you for your consultation. The insurance company pays me, not you. Give me a call today, 753-3376.
Welcome back to this Buckeye softball broadcast presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. Aces get a run in the top of the first. Buckeyes now come calling in the bottom of the first.
See if they can get the bats going. Again, 10 hits yesterday. And that really wasn't the problem. The problem was leaving the base runners out there. They said they left 17 runners on yesterday. So get those across today.
Again, Abby King warming up for the Aces. She will be starting on the mound for Amanda Clearcreek. Buckeyes will have Lily Gura, Paige Hartman, and Veda Stalter. And hopefully more.
Mm-hmm.
Lily Gura batting .316 on the season so far. We talked about her 18 strikeouts last night to set a single game record for the Buckeyes. She has 67 strikeouts on the season.
Yeah, as if she projects a 4-year starter, she could set all kinds of strikeout records. Although the Buckeyes have had some really good pitchers in their time.
So Lily Gura will lead it off against Abby King. King with the first pitch, and that's a ball.
That one rises a little bit high. Gura hit the ball pretty well at least 2 times yesterday. Flew out to right field both times, though.
1-0, 2-0 the count. Abby King with a 2-0 to Lily Gura. That's fouled off down the third base line.
Gura does have at least one career home run that I know of. And last year, she hit it at the other park there in Bucktown. I knew that was her first of her career at that time. I don't know if she's got one since, but if she hasn't, she can christen this field.
2-1 pitch, and that's a ball, 3-1.
Ball
And
4.
that's ball 4. So Lily Gura with a leadoff walk for the Buckeyes, and Paige Hartman will come to the plate. Paige Hartman leading the Buckeyes in batting average with a .524 batting average. Leads the Buckeyes in hits with 22 of them. And that's a strike. Getting Paige Hartman, we say it a lot, and just a freshman for the Buckeyes. And
Well, we say it because she's pretty good. And we get her for 3 more years after this.
And that's fouled off.
Well, that one shook the hand a little bit. Got sawed off.
Buckeyes down 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Runner at first, nobody out.
Coach Osborne going to come over and take time, talk with her, and
Rub it on that elbow.
let her shake off that hand, I imagine, more than anything else.
0-2 the count. And that bounces up there. Ball 1. Little girl holds it first. Catcher did a good job of blocking it. And that's Addie Gilbert. 1-2 count on Paige Hartman. Abby King with the delivery. And that's a swing and a miss. 1 down for the Buckeyes. Beta Stalder will now come to the plate. And Stalder trying to bunt, but fouls it off.
Not a bad thought there.
Versabe and Nungester standing on deck if you can get Gura over to second. Base hit would bring her home. 0-1 pitch to Veda Stalder, and that's fouled back. Squared the bunt once again. So now let's see if the Buckeyes bunt this time. Of course, if she fouls it off the third time, it would be an out.
Yep. Definitely adds to the risk.
So 2 pitch. And that's strike 3. So 2 down now for the Buckeyes with a runner at first, Naven Ungester batting. Naven Ungester batting .425 on the season. And a ground ball up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Got through.
So the Buckeyes will have them at first and second, 2 down. And Haley Kerner will be at the plate for the Buckeyes. Haley Kerner, she's tied with Avon Nungester with 2 doubles for the Buckeyes this year.
I was going to say, we've seen her drive the ball sometimes. Got a good bat on her shoulder.
And a ground ball back to the pitcher. And she delivers it to first, and that'll do it for the Buckeyes. After 1, the Aces lead the Buckeyes 1-0.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. They also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust. Locally owned with a focus on community service, they treat you like family. Call C&J Tax and Financial Services at 740-753-2903. Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today. Protect what matters with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville, your local trusted agency for home, auto, health, life, and business coverage. Loge Insurance helps families and businesses across the area find the right policies at the right price. You'll find reliable coverage with top carriers and a real peace of mind with Loge Insurance. Stop in at the office at 130 West Washington Street or call 740-753-3376.
Aces will have 8, 9, and 1 coming up here in the top of the second. Harper Cline will lead it off. Lilliger with a pitch and a swing and a miss. Harper Cline with a .368 batting average, has a couple home runs. And that's a ball. Looks like it's sprinkling just a little bit.
Isn't it?
Fouled off. 1-2 the count. And a ground ball towards Ava Nunguster. Knocks it down, throws to first, and she's safe. Now Riley Black will bat for the Aces. She's batting .400 coming into this game. Ground ball towards Cam Jolly. She'll field and throw to first. And that's the first out of the top of the second. Runner from first moves on to second. Back to the top of the order, and Ava Lowell at the plate. She flew out to Veda Stalter to begin the game. And she lays down a bunt and throw a little bit wide.
Hit the
and
runner.
a run scores.
Hit the runner, but it was after touching first base, so didn't go out of play either. Allows the runner to come home.
So the Aces lead 2-0 with a runner at first and one out. Jordan Hines at the plate. She had a base hit first time up. That's a pop-up over to Paige Hartman, and she pulls it in foul territory.
Good job by Hartman.
So 2 down now for the Aces. Get a runner at first base. Peyton Singleton will hit. She flew out to Charlie Russell in right field. First time up. And a ground ball. Ava Nunguster fields, throws, and the runner beats it out. So runners at first and third. Again, 2 down for the Aces, and Addie Gilbert will bat. She had a base hit and an RBI.
Good wheels getting down to first base there.
And a ground ball knocked down by Cam Jolly. A run will score, but Jolly prevents another run from scoring by knocking it down.
Bat had a weird sound to it. Almost like just 10, and there wasn't any solidness to it.
3-0 Aces. 2 down here in the top of the second. Cassidy Steinmetz had a base hit first time up. And a ground ball. Ava Nunguster will toss it on over on the fielder's choice to Paige Hartman at third, and that'll do it for the Aces. But they score 2 more times in the second and lead 3-0.
Looking for a place to call home? Farmers Bank offers competitive real estate loans with decisions made locally in Nelsonville. Their team is local, which means they know the community and will help you find the best loan for your new home. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, Farmers Bank is here to guide you through every step of the process. When you look good, you feel good, so bring out your best at Attitudes & Company in Nelsonville. From bold color and stylish cuts to nails, brows, and all the extras, Attitudes is your go-to salon. Whether it's a quick trim or a whole new vibe, their experienced stylists make sure you leave feeling confident and refreshed. Walk in or book ahead. It's more than a salon, it's Attitudes. Visit on the Nelsonville Square or call 740-753-4434. For honest, dependable auto care, take your vehicle to P&J Auto Service Center in Bookville. Their certified techs handle everything from routine maintenance to major repairs, brakes, engines, suspensions, diagnostics, and more. Customers count on P&J for straight answers, fair prices, and work done right the first time. Keep your vehicle running strong. Stop by P&J Auto Service Center at 5091 State Route 78 or call 740-753-4149. If you're stuck on the roadside, call the team that shows up fast. Doc's Towing. Whether it's a breakdown, a dead battery, or flat tire, Doc's Towing is ready 24/7 at 740-753-2227. The help you can count on when you need it the most.
Abby King back on the mound for the Aces here at the bottom of the second. Boris Swisher leads it off for the Buckeyes. Pitch is high, ball one. No pitch and a ground ball towards second. Throw over to first, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Swisher got sawed off a bit there, too. Almost made something out of it, though, getting down to first.
Cam Jolly will now bat for the Buckeyes. Abby King with the pitch, and that's high, ball one. One 0 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1. One pitch, Babby King, and that's low. 2-1.
Laid off at that time.
Cam Jolly trying to get on. And that's fouled off. 2-2 the count. Two count on Cam Jolly. And that's outside. Count goes full. Three-two pitch. And a swing and a miss. It's 2 down for the Buckeyes. McKinley Nungaster will now come to the plate.
Good at bat. That ended in the pitcher's favor, though.
McKinley Nungaster trying to get a 2-out rally going for the Buckeyes here. And that's fouled back to the screen. 0-1. 3-0. Aces leading here in the bottom of the second. 2 down for the Buckeyes. Nobody on. And that's inside. 1-1. 1-1 pitch to McKinley Nungester, and that's a ball. 2-1.
Outside on that one.
Two-one pitch, a swing and a miss. Count evens at 2-2.
Like she swung on top of that one, I think.
Two count on McKinley Nungester. Abby King with the pitch. And that's a ball. Count goes full.
Here we go. Another full count.
3-2 pitch. And hit towards third. And Nungester will beat it out for the Buckeyes.
Nicely done. Good at bat. This time it went the hitter's way and call that a hit. It went right underneath the glove. He may have caught the tip of it.
2 down and a runner at first for the Buckeyes, and Charlie Russell will bat.
There she
First
goes.
Pitch is a ball, and they throw the runner out at second base, so that'll do it for the Buckeyes in the bottom of the second. The Aces lead 3-0.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
Back here on this C&J Tax and Financial Services broadcast of the Buckeye softball team hosting Amanda Clearcreek.
No runs for Nelsonville-York in the bottom half of the second. They're going to try and hold the Aces here as Amanda Clearcreek owns a 3-0 advantage.
First pitch is high, 1-0. McKenna Singleton will lead it off for the Aces here in the third. And that one's fouled back. 1-1. And a shot over the glove of Paige Hartman at third base. Nice base hit for McKenna Singleton. Abby King will now hit. She grounded out on a 6-5 fielder's choice in the first inning. And a shot. And that'll be a base hit to center
Past
field.
the glove.
So the first two have reached by way of singles for the Aces here in the top of the third. And now batting will be Harper Klein. And that's a strike. Harper Klein at the plate. 0-1 pitch is high, 1-1. One pitch And that's strike 2 call. 1-2. Nobody out. Runners at first and second for the Aces. 1-2 count on Harper Klein. And that's popped up towards the outfield. Veda Stalter makes the catch. 1 down and runners at first and second. Riley Black will now hit. She grounded out to Cam Jolly. First time up. And a ground ball. Jolly fields it and steps on the bag at second to get the force play. Nice play.
Yeah, very good. See the pickup on the Fred Wolfe Automotive replay. Steps on the bag and checks the runner well.
Back to the top of the order. 2 down now for the Aces. Runners at first and third. And Ava Lowell at the plate. And a ground ball up the middle. And Lily Gura snags it and tosses it on over to Haley Kerner. And that's the final out of the inning. So no runs that time for the Aces. They're in the top of the third, but they lead the Buckeyes 3-0.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. They also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust. Locally owned with a focus on community service, they treat you like family. Call C&J Tax and Financial Services at 740-753-2903. Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
Charlie Russell will lead it off for the Buckeyes here in the bottom of the third. She is at the plate when the Buckeyes had a runner thrown out trying to steal to end the inning. So it'll be 9-1-2 for the Buckeyes here in the third. Abby King with the pitch and a shot towards second base, and it's fielded. Toss on over to first, and 1 up, 1 down for the Buckeyes. Lily Gura will now hit. And that's a ball. Lily Gura walked. First time up.
The ball came up and trailed away.
Abby King with the pitch. And it's 2-0. Pitch to Gura. And that's a strike call. 2-1. Buckeyes down 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Two-one pitch, and that's fouled off by Lily Gura. 2-2. Two pitch. Ball 3.
Full count. Buckeyes still looking for their first run.
3-2 pitch. And that's high and outside. Lily Gura with her second walk of the game.
Good at bat there.
Paige Hartman will now come to the plate. 1 out, 1 on for the Buckeyes here in the bottom of the third. Ball 1. Gura gets back. Throw down to first
close.
base.
That was close.
And that's a ball.
Hartman, first time up, got jammed a bit, kind of shook her hand out, and before striking out.
2-0 the count on Paige Hartman. Abby King with the 2-0, and that's high, ball 3.
I imagine Hartman's going to be taken on this one.
The count on Paige Hartman. Abby King with the pitch, and that's a strike. 3-1. Of course, this one on a 3-1 count has to be right down Broadway if you're going to be swinging.
Hitters count for sure.
And that strike 2 call, 3-2. So Abby King has battled back.
Low and away. Not really what Hartman wanted to swing at anyway, so.
3-2 pitch. And a shot.
Nicely done.
Base hit by Paige Hartman. So the Buckeyes have him at first and second. 1 down. Beta Stalder will now come to the plate. First pitch to Veda Stalder. She squares the bunt. That's a ball. She pulled it back.
Yeah, runner went to third, though.
So the Buckeyes now have him at first and third.
Good.
1 down. Buckeyes down 3-0 in the bottom of the third.
Good heads up running by Gura there.
Veda Stalder at the plate. 1-0 the count. And she pulls it back, but a strike is called this time. 1-1. Lily Gura at third. Paige Hartman at first for the Buckeyes. 1 out. Veda Stalder at the plate. Pulls it back.
And Hartman will go to second on it.
So the Buckeyes have both runners now in scoring position, second and third. 1 down.
Takes the double play out of play.
2-1 count on Veda Stalder. Abby King with the pitch. And it's bunted.
Good
Nice
bunt.
bunt by Veda Stalder, and she's going to beat it out. The Buckeyes get a run as Lily Gura crosses the plate. 3-1 to score.
Look at this perfect bunt. Even if she fields it cleanly, I think she's going to be safe. It at least been close, but it's going to drive in the run either way. So Buckeyes get on the board, now trailing 3-1. And Stalder has an RBI bunt.
Ava Nungester now at the plate.
Do not expect her to bunt.
Buckeyes with runners at first and third, 1 out.
Oh, she's making like she might.
She pulls it back,
Instead, it's
and
gonna
Veda Stalder heads on down to second.
popped out of the catcher's glove almost all the way back to the pitcher, but Stalder's got speed.
So a base hit would probably tie this game up.
Yeah.
Second and third for the Buckeyes, 1 out. Buckeyes down 3-1. David Nungester had a hit the first time up. And it's popped up, and it falls. And Ava Nungester is going to be safe, and another run scores. And Paige Hartman.
Not the way I would have figured Hartman or Nungester would get a single. There's a little bloop into the infield right between all the defenders, and it drove home a run.
I always say those make up for the ones you hit a line drive shot that's caught.
Right. She'll take it either way, as now the Buckeyes only trail by 1. And Kerner to the plate.
She grounded out to the pitcher first time up. Ball 1.
Whoa, we're in trouble here. Now both runners got to play the game, and they're going to get through.
And she's safe.
What a play. And Nungester got down to second, so it ends up being the strange double steal off a pickoff.
Veda Stalter there at third. Heads up base running.
That was wild.
And now the coach of the Aces, Lisa Barker, calls timeout and heads out to the mound.
So Nungester had come off the bag and was almost halfway down the line, but the problem was there's a runner in front of her on second base. So they throw that way to try and get her in trouble. So that makes Stalter have to come off the bag. And now both of them are kind of in pickles. And as the ball moves around, Stalter had a good step, got all the way to third safely, and Nungester stayed aware, made it all the way to second. Usually a play like that does not go your way offensively.
So the Buckeyes down by 1 out, but the Buckeyes have them at second and third. Haley Kerner at the plate.
Could see a squeeze play here. Who knows? And the ball gets loose.
Away, and Veda Stalter will score, and we're tied at 3. David Nungester moves on up to third.
So the go-ahead run, just 60 feet away.
1-1 to count on Haley Kerner. Abby King with the 1-1 pitch.
There's your
And
squeeze.
that's bunted, but it's foul. 1-2 the count. I believe they'll have Haley Kerner swing away now because, again, 2 strikes on her, 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
She tries to bunt and fouls it off. It's an out. And a swing and a miss. So 2 down for the Buckeyes. Runner at third. And Aura Swisher will bat.
That at least puts a bandage on it for the Aces. Things were going downhill for them for a while there. Buckeyes were taking full advantage. Swisher will try to rip it back off, though.
Aura Swisher grounded out to second first time up. Base hit would give the Buckeyes the lead, and that's ball 1. Aura Swisher's been swinging a pretty good bat, at least in the games we've seen.
Yep.
One-0 pitch, and that's high. 2-0.
Nungester playing
Trying
down
to
the
bait
line.
a throw. 2-0 the count on Aura Swisher. 2 out. Game tied at 3. Bottom of the third. Ava Nungester on third base. Aura Swisher at the plate. And the pitch. And that's popped up foul in front of the dugout of the Aces. First base side. Two one to count on Aura Swisher. And that's fouled off the screen. 2-2. To the count. 2 outs for the Buckeyes. Runner at third. And that's a ball. Full count.
A little up, a little away.
Cam Jolly waiting on deck for the Buckeyes. Abby King with the 3-2 pitch. And
might have got her.
So either way,
yep,
whether she got hit or didn't, that was inside.
Oh,
and
we
ball
got an
4.
issue here with Nungester on third, nearly got picked off.
So Orr Swisher down at first. First and third for the Buckeyes, 2 down. Cam Jolly at the plate.
Gonna have a runner go, courtesy runner.
That's Emmeline O'Neill. Will run at first base for Orr Swisher.
Now Cam Jolly to the plate. Nungester gonna have to keep an eye on her over at third. There's a little wild card over there.
And a ground ball foul, first base side.
Buckeyes have gotten 3 in this third inning to tie the game. Runner goes to second. O'Neill is allowed to go in standing up.
So the Buckeyes have him at second and third, 2 down. Game tied at 3 here in the bottom of the third. 1-1 count on Cam Jolly. And that's a strike. 1-2 the count. Even Nungester coming down that line. Of course, she's got more experience than most of the players on this team. She's a junior.
Yep. Well, she's in their heads, that's for sure, because she's in my head. I keep wondering what she's going to do next.
And a swing and a miss.
Foul tip, but caught.
So that'll do it for the Buckeyes here in the third inning, but they score 3 and tie this game up at 3 apiece.
Protect what matters with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville, your local trusted agency for home, auto, health, life, and business coverage. Loge Insurance helps families and businesses across the area find the right policies at the right price. You'll find reliable coverage with top carriers and real peace of mind with Loge Insurance. Stop in at the office at West 130 West Washington Street or call 740-753-3376. Looking for a place to call home? Farmers Bank offers competitive real estate loans with decisions made locally in Nelsonville. Their team is local, which means they know the community and will help you find the best loan for your new home. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, Farmers Bank is here to guide you through every step of the process. The bank also understands what it takes to grow a business. That's why they offer a full range of business loans tailored to meet your needs no matter the size. Build your business together with Farmers Bank and visit them at the Nelsonville Banking Center. When you look good, you feel good, so bring out your best at Attitudes and Company in Nelsonville. From bold color and stylish cuts to nails, brows, and all the extras, Attitudes is your go-to salon. Whether it's a quick trim or a whole new vibe, their experienced stylists make sure you leave feeling confident and refreshed. Walk in or book ahead. It's more than a salon, it's Attitudes. Visit on the Nelsonville Square or call 740-753-4434.
Jordan Hines will lead it off for the Aces. Here in the top of the 4th, she had a base hit first time up and then popped out to Paige Hartman at third the second time up. The Ligura with the pitch, and that's strike 1 call. Oh, 1 pitch. That's high, 1-1. And that's popped up. Ava Nungester going out and makes the catch. One down. Peyton Singleton will now bat for the Aces. She flied out to Charlie Russell in right field. First time up, got a base hit. Last time up. And that's popped up. Or Swisher makes the catch up against the screen. What a play by Oris Swisher.
Right in front of our camera, too. Let's see what kind of shot it got on the Red Wolf Automotive instant replay. Right as she left the scene. But she caught it, we promise.
Great play. And that's a ball. Batting now is Addie Gilbert. She's had 2 base hits and an RBI. Tell you what, Oris Swisher, for a catcher, she gets out of there quickly.
Yeah, we've noticed that several different times this season.
And that's a strike, 1-1. 2 out, nobody on for the Aces here in the top of the 4th. Game tied at 3. And that's a ball. High and outside. Two on the count on Addie Gilbert. And a ground ball came jolly, and that'll go off of her foot, I believe, out to the right fielder. Charlie Russell gets it in. 2 out and a runner at first for Amanda Clearcreek. Cassidy Steinmetz will now hit. She had a base hit first time up, but hit into a fielder's choice. Ava Nungester over to Paige Hartman last time up.
Hit the batter.
Strike 1. A 1 count. And a line drive up the middle, and that's a base hit. Ball knocked down by Veda Stalter. She gets it back in. First and second now. 2 down for the Aces. Nice hard hit by Cassidy Steinmetz there. She's 2 for 3, and now batting is McKenna Singleton. She's 1 for 2. Base hit last time up. And a ground ball. Paige Hartman will step on the bag to get the force, and that'll do it for the Aces in the top of the 4th. We head to the home half of the 4th inning. Game tied at 3.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades, with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
I'm with Dave Loge of Loge Insurance here in Nelsonville. And Dave, is there a Medicare Advantage plan that's ending?
There are often changes and adjustments each year to Medicare Advantage plans. Do not panic. If you need to make a change or would like a review, give me a call and together we'll review your options.
And how much is the review?
No cost. The insurance company pays me, not you.
Call 753-3376 to schedule your plan review.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
Welcome back to this Buckeye softball broadcast presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. McKinley Nungester at the plate to lead it off for the Buckeyes. Ball 1. Abby King still on the mound for the Aces. – 1-0 pitch, and that's high and outside, 2-0. The Aces have scored the first 3 runs of this game. The Buckeyes have scored the last 3 runs, and we're tied at 3. Two-0 pitch to McKinley Nungester, and a shot towards left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Nungester heading on towards second, and she will have a double for the Buckeyes to lead off the bottom of the 4th.
Stand-up double on a nice contact swing there from Nungester. Sweetness.
McKinley Nungester with a leadoff double. Charlie Russell will now bat. Charlie Russell grounded out to second the first time up.
Might keep an eye on whether another bunt comes here.
First pitch, and that's low, ball 1. One-0 pitch, high, ball 2. Abby King with the 2-0 to Charlie Russell and a swing and a miss. 2-1. Two-one pitch. It's 3-1, and heading on over to third, McKinley Nungester. As that ball got away from the catcher. Low pitch. 3-1 to count on Charlie Russell. Lola Gura on the deck for the Buckeyes. Three-one to count. And a swing and a miss. Count now full, 3-2. Nobody out. And a runner at third for the Buckeyes here in the bottom of the 4th. Three-two pitch. And a shot towards center field. The center fielder will make the catch. Throws it on over to third. So one down for the Buckeyes. The runner at third.
Good contact for Russell, but better defense for the Aces to keep that run from scoring.
Lola Gura at the plate now for the Buckeyes. She's walked both times up.
Yep, worked the count both times to get that base on balls.
And that's a ball. Of course, Lola Gura, the pitcher for the Buckeyes, she has a good eye at the plate. One-0 pitch. And it's 2-0. McKinley Nungester at third for the Buckeyes, one out. Two-0 pitch. And that's a strike, 2-1. Game tied at 3, bottom of the 4th. Buckeyes with a runner at third, one out. 2-1 pitch, Babby King, and a pop-up, and that will fall, and Lily Gura will be safe. The runner comes home and scores. McKinley Nungester scores from third base to give the Buckeyes a 4-3 lead.
We'll see here on the Fred Wolfe Automotive replay, slide into home to the go-ahead run, and
nice base hit by Lily Gura. The pitcher did all. Abby King did all she could and almost caught the ball.
Almost had a great catch there, and that'll go down as a hit because that was just almost a phenomenal play. This was not an error.
Paige Hartman comes to the plate. She's 1 for 2. Base hit last time up. And a ball, throw down to first, Gura back. One the count on Paige Hartman. And that gets away from the catcher looking for the ball. Lily Gura heads on down to second. 2-0 the count on Paige Hartman. One down, runner at second for the Buckeyes. Paige Hartman at the plate, 2-0 the count. And a shot up the middle. And that'll be a base hit. Lily Gura comes home. The Buckeyes up by 2. And the Aces get Paige Hartman trying to stretch that single over to second on the as Lily Gura scored. She tries to go on to second, but they get her out. But the Buckeye lead is 5-3. Yep. 2 down now.
I like the aggressive base running, and it wasn't like she was out by a mile. She made it close, and runner scored as well, so I'd take that chance.
Veda Stalder at the plate now for the Buckeyes. 1-0 the count.
Stalder gave the bunt a look.
Veda Stalder with good speed.
Mm-hmm.
One pitch, and it's high, ball 2. Third baseman, first baseman have moved
they were
in.
Charging.
2-0 pitch, and she lays down a bunt. Third baseman Fields throws the first, and they get her, and that'll do it for the Buckeyes in the fourth, but Nelsonville-York takes a 5-3 lead after 4.
I'm with Dave Loge of Loge Insurance here in Nelsonville. And Dave, is there a Medicare Advantage plan that's ending?
There are often changes and adjustments each year to Medicare Advantage plans. Do not panic. If you need to make a change or would like a review, give me a call and together we'll review your options.
And how much is the review?
No cost. The insurance company pays me, not you.
Call 753-3376 to schedule your plan review.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
Back here on this C&J Tax and Financial Services game here, the Buckeyes hosting the Aces of Amanda Clearcreek. Buckeyes leading 5-3 as we head to the 5th inning.
Took the lead with 2 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Let's see whether Gurr and the defense can hold it.
And that's high, ball 1. Abby King will lead it off. 7, 8, 9 up for the Aces here in the 5th. Abby King, 1 for 2. She had a base hit last time up. And there's a shot to right
Off the
center field.
fence.
And she's coming to second. And she's in there with a stand-up double. Abby King.
Good hit. One hop the fence on that one.
Now to the plate is Harper Klein. Flew out to Veda Stalter last time up. Ball 1. One-0 pitch. 2-0. And there's a shot towards left field. And McKinley Nungester with the catch, throws it in. 1 down. Riley Black will now bat. And that's strike 1 call. 1 out, runner at second for the Aces.
9-hole. Up the middle.
And that'll be a base hit. Runner rounds third, hands on home, and she's in there safely. And then the hitter heads on down to second on the throw.
Good base running from the Aces. 1-1, 1-run ball game. There you go.
Back to the top of the order, 5-4, Buckeyes leading. Ava Lowell will now hit.
Back up the middle again.
And another base hit made to Stalter Fields, gets it in. So first and third. Now after the base hit by Ava Lowell, Jordan Hines will bat. She's 1 for 3 with a base hit the first time up. Popped out to Paige Hartman at third, and then Ava Nungester at shortstop the last 2 times up. And that's a ball.
Made a bunting gesture. Not sure if she was just trying to give the defense something to think about there.
Runners at first and third, 1 out.
She did.
And there's a bunt. Gura throws, the runner's safe, and the runner from third scores, and we're tied at 5. And they'll have him at first and third with 1 out.
Double jeopardy there. By the time they held the runner enough, they threw it over to first base, but she'd already made her way down the first base line, and the runner was able to scamper home to still.
Now batting Peyton Singleton. She's 1 for 3. Popped out to Ora Swisher last time.
So first and third again in tie ball game.
And a ground ball to Paige Hartman. And it's a fair ball. Runner comes to the plate and scores. Runner heads on down to second.
And that's going to bring
And another run will
towards the plate.
score. So the Aces will take
On
a
the
7-5 lead.
Buckeyes trying to make something happen, and instead everything's falling the Aces' way.
Head coach Dennis Osborne calls timeout and heads to the mound. So the Aces now lead 7-5.
Bottom of the 4th, Buckeyes trailed or excuse me, the score. Yeah, it was tied 3-3. Buckeyes scored 2 runs, but now here in the top of the 5th, the Aces have responded with 4 of their own.
So 1 out.
Just a runner on second.
Runner at second, and Addie Gilbert will be at the plate. She's 3 for 3 with an RBI. Cleanup hitter for the Aces, swing and a miss.
Good pitch.
A 1 pitch, and that's popped up to the outfield. Veda Stalter makes the catch for the Buckeyes. So 2 down, and a runner at second. Cassidy Steinmetz will now hit. She's 2 for 3, a couple singles. And a shot right back to Lilligura. She throws to first and throws wide. Another run will score, and the Buckeyes down 8-5, and the hitter will head on over to second base.
Well, it started out to be a great play as Gura grabbed that liner back out, bouncer right back to her.
Looked like she just rushed it. She made a quick stab and had plenty of time, but she fired it over there quickly. Umpires getting together here.
Checking the outs, I think.
There are 2 down here in the top of the 5th. McKenna Singleton will bat. And a shot to the outfield. Veda Stalter camps under it, makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Aces. But they put up a 5 spot, and they lead 8-5 as we head to the home side of the 5th.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades, with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm with David Loge of Loge Insurance based in Nelsonville. Dave, can you help with Medicare Advantage plans or Medicare Supplement plans?
Yes, I can. We can meet at my office, over the phone, and if needed, I can come to you. I'm local and live in the area that I serve.
How much do you charge for a consultation?
No cost to you. The insurance company pays me, not you. Together, we will review your needs and options available to you.
Looking for a place to call home? At Farmers Bank, we offer competitive real estate loans with decisions made right here in Nelsonville. Our team is local, which means we know the community, and we're here to help you find the best loan for your new home. Whether you're buying your first home or refinancing, Farmers Bank is here to guide you through every step of the process. At Farmers Bank, we understand what it takes to grow a business. That's why we offer a full range of business loans tailored to meet your needs no matter the size. Let's build your business together. Visit us at the Nelsonville Banking Center today.
When you look good, you feel good. So bring out your best at Attitudes & Company in Nelsonville. From bold color and stylish cuts to nails, brows, and all the extras, Attitudes & Company is your go-to salon. Whether it's a quick trim or a whole new vibe, their experienced stylists will make sure you leave feeling confident and refreshed. Walk in or book ahead. It's more than a salon, it's Attitudes and Company.
For trustworthy auto repair, visit P&J Auto Service Center in Buchtel. Expert service, fair pricing, and honest work. Stop by 5091 State Route 78 or call 740-753-4149 today. Vehicle give up on you? Call Doc's Towing for fast, friendly, reliable towing and roadside service day or night. Help is just a phone call away at 740-753-2227.
Welcome back to this Buckeye softball broadcast presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. New pitcher on the mound for the Lady Aces, and it'll be Cassidy Steinmetz. Ava Nungester will be the first to face Steinmetz. She'll lead it off for the Buckeyes here in the bottom of the fifth. So Buckeyes no more grabbed the lead, then the Aces took it right back. Buckeyes down 3 here in the bottom of the fifth. And that's a strike. Ava Nungester, 2 for 2 with an RBI. Steinmetz with the pitch, and that's fouled off. Lands on top of the Aces dugout, the first base side.
Different delivery than King. The Buckeyes might have to take a minute to get acclimated with that. It's almost a violent delivery, the way she swings and twists her body to get to the plate.
0-2 pitch, and that's fouled back. Ava Nungester hanging in there.
As soon as I say that, to see if she'll prove my point, she throws a changeup. Less violent.
And the catcher applies the tag. Catcher did not catch strike 3 and makes the tag, and 1 down for the Buckeyes. Haley Kerner will come to the plate. And the first pitch, and that's a strike. Oh, 1 pitch, and a ground ball to the third baseman. Fires over to first, and they get the out. Nice hard hit by Haley Kerner, but right at the third baseman. She made the play. So 2 down for the Buckeyes, nobody on, and Ora Swisher will now bat. She walked the last time up. First pitch and a ground ball to first. She makes the play, steps on the bag, and that'll do it for the Buckeyes here in the 5th. We head to the 6th. The Aces lead the Buckeyes 8-5.
For honest, dependable auto care, take your vehicle to P&J Auto Service Center in Buchtel. Their certified technicians handle everything from routine maintenance to major repairs. Brakes, engines, suspensions, diagnostics, and more. Customers count on P&J for straight answers, fair prices, and work done right the first time. Keep your vehicle running strong. Stop by P&J Auto Service Center at 5091 State Route 78 or call 740-753-4149 today. If you're stuck on the roadside, call the team that shows up fast, Doc's Towing. Whether it's a breakdown, a dead battery, a flat tire, or a late night, why won't this start? Doc's Towing is ready 24/7 with reliable, professional service. They handle cars, trucks, and light-duty towing with the care your vehicle deserves. Save the number, Doc's Towing, 740-753-2227, the help you can count on when you need it the most. C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades, with local professionals dedicated to your individual business and corporate needs. They also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust. Locally owned with a focus on community service, they treat you like family. Call C&J Tax and Financial Services at 740-753-2903.
Again, we appreciate our sponsors, and please pay them a visit. Again, they allow you to watch Nelsonville-York softball and baseball free of charge. Top of the sixth, the Lily Gura with the pitch. It's high. Abby King at the plate. 7, 8, 9 coming up for the Aces. They batted around last time.
Yep.
They started with 7, 8, 9. And a shot. And that is foul.
That's a good thing. Made it all the way to the fence.
Abby King 2 for 3. She has a single and a double. Lily Gura with a pitch and a base hit between third and shortstop. McKinley Nungester gets it back in for the Buckeyes. So the leadoff batter is on, and Abby King at first base with a base hit. Harper Klein will now hit.
The ball got loose. I don't know the rule for that in softball. In baseball, it would be a balk, and the runner would get second.
And a ground ball. And
Gets by third and
that
short.
gets to the outfield. So first and second now for the Aces. Riley Black. Pardon me, now coming to the plate is Elena Leppert.
Aces are finally starting to catch up with Gura, though. They were hitting sort of a little behind her pitches at first. Then they started lining them back up the middle. Now they're getting a pull on it.
Swing and a miss.
Didn't get a pull on that one. Good pitch. High strike. 8-5 here in the top of the sixth inning in favor of the Aces.
And that's high and outside. Gets away from Morris Swisher, and the runners move up a base, second and third now. Nobody out. Gura with the pitch, and that's a strike on the inside corner. 1-2 the count on Elena Leppert. Gura with a 1-2, and that's high and outside, 2-2. And that's high and outside. Count goes full. Ava Lowell waiting on deck, leadoff hitter.
Called
And that's
strike
three call.
Fred Wolfe Automotive instant replay on the called strike 3.
I believe that is the first strikeout of the night for Lily Gura.
She got them all out of the way yesterday. Bunt.
And a bunt. Back to Lily Gura.
This time she'll chase the runner back. And bases will go loaded, but no run scored. I think you'll take that if you're the Buckeyes. It actually places a double play back in order, too.
So first and third, or pardon me, bases are loaded for the Aces. And that's fouled back to the screen, 0-1.
That's what I'm saying. The bunt doesn't really hurt Nelsonville-York there, as no run scored. I think Gura made the right play there, and it brings, an out at any base now, assuming they can get those done.
Outside, 1-1. One down for the Aces. They lead 8-5, top of the sixth. They have the bases loaded. Gura with a 1-1. And that's popped up. Paige Hartman under it. And makes the catch. So 2 down now. Bases, of course, remain loaded. And Peyton Singleton will bat.
So key at bat here in this game.
Yeah, the Buckeyes can't allow any more runs. Only 2 bats left, and right now down by 3.
Gurr starts out with a nice pitch.
Strike 1 call. As Joe mentioned earlier, Buckeyes have a force at any base, including home. It's grounded to Paige Hartman.
Well, that took a terrible bounce for the Buckeyes as the grounder went to third base, and Hartman slid over to field the grounder, but instead it popped right off the bag and went straight up in the air over her glove.
So the Aces score another run and lead 9-5.
That's an assist from the third base bag.
Addie Gilbert at the plate. She's 3 for 4 with an RBI. Ball 1. She flied out to Beta Stalder last time out. And there's a shot. It's a long shot. And it's going to be a grand slam. Addie Gilbert.
Left it high, and she knew what to do with it. Deposited over the right center field wall. No doubt. I'll make the score 13-5 now. Favor the Aces.
Cassidy Steinmetz at the plate. She is 2 for 4. Yeah, fly ball towards Veda Stalder. And she makes the running catch heading towards right center field. And the Buckeyes get out of the inning, but the Aces now lead 13-5 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm Dave Loge with Loge Insurance in Nelsonville. Serving clients in Southeast Ohio, I can help you with your Medicare Advantage plan and Medicare Supplement Plan questions and choices. If you're new to Medicare, or if you have questions on your current plan, give me a call. I'm here to help. 753-3376. There's no cost to you for your consultation. The insurance company pays me, not you. Give me a call today. 753-3376.
Welcome back to this C&J Tax and Financial Services broadcast of the Buckeyes and the Aces here at Nelsonville-York High School. Cam Jolly at the plate. Strike 1.
With some work to do. Trailing 13-5 now here in the bottom of the 6th.
Swing and a miss, 0-2 the count. Cassidy Steinmetz, her second inning of work for the Aces on the mound.
Oh, good changeup. Wow.
So 1 down for the Buckeyes, and McKinley Nungaster will bat. She has a single and a double in this game.
That one had every bit the look of her fastball and it just came in about 20 miles an hour slower.
Outside, ball one. McKinley Nungaster has had a nice game for the Buckeyes. Again, a single and a double, 2 for 2, and made some catches out in left field. Two-0 the count. And that's a strike. Two one pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. So again, after 4, the Buckeyes led 5-3, but the Buckeyes have been outscored 10-0.
That was their only lead, and the Aces didn't let them keep it very long.
Again, the Buckeyes led 5-3 at the end of 4, and the Aces put up 5 runs in the 5th and then 5 runs in the 6th.
Buckeyes have work to do.
3-1 to count on McKinley Nungaster. And that's ball 4. She'll head on down to first with a 1-out walk. Charlie Russell will hit for Nelsonville-York. She really hit a solid smash out to center field, but it was caught by the center fielder last time up. Ball 1. They're down to first. McKinley Nungaster back. Cassidy Steinmetz on the mound for the Aces. Charlie Russell at the plate. Nungaster on down to second as that ball got away from the catcher. She knocked it down, but it shot out in front of her. And McKinley Nungaster takes advantage of it, heads on down to second. Two-0 the count on Charlie Russell. And that's strike 1 call. Two-one pitch. And a shot down the first base line, but it's foul. 2-2 the count. 1 out. Buckeyes with a runner out at second, and McKinley Nungaster. Aces leading 13-5 here in the 6th inning. Two pitch to Charlie Russell, and that's strike 3 call. So 2 down for the Buckeyes. Runner at second, and Liligura will bat. Liligura 1 for 1 with an RBI. She also has 2 walks in the game. And that's outside, ball 1. Just a beautiful day for softball here in the Valley. And that's strike 1 call. One the count, and 2-1. They throw down the second, but McKinley Nungaster back.
Just trying to keep her honest.
2-1 the count on Liligura. And a shot towards the first baseman. She does field it. And tags out Liligura, and that'll do it for the Buckeyes here in the 6th. We head to the 7th, 13-5, Amanda Clearcreek.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm with David Loge of Loge Insurance based in Nelsonville. Dave, can you help with Medicare Advantage plans or Medicare Supplement plans?
Yes, I can. We can meet at my office, over the phone, and if needed, I can come to you. I'm local and live in the area that I serve.
How much do you charge for a consultation?
No cost to you. The insurance company pays me, not you. Together, we will review your needs and options available to you.
Back here on the CNJ Tax and Financial Services broadcast of the Nelsonville-York softball team hosting Amanda Clearcreek Aces.
Got to keep them in check here. 13-5 the score. Don't want to give up any more runs to make the bottom of the 7th even harder as it already is.
Ball 1 to McKenna Singleton on the first pitch. And there's a fly ball to left field. And McKenna Singleton will make the catch. And I think they both were calling for it. And, of course, usually that's the center fielder's ball if she's calling for it. But main thing is you make the catch.
Yes, it was.
Abby King at the plate. Ball 1. Ball 2 is the call. Fouled off. 2-1. One down, nobody on for the Aces here in the top of the 7th. They lead 13-5. And a ground ball, Paige Hartman fields, throws on over to first, and that's the second out of the inning. Now batting is Harper Kline. She is 1 for 4. And that's fouled off out of play. I was just thinking after that one fouled out of play, we haven't had too many heading towards vehicles here today.
Not as many today.
High and outside, 1-1. Harper Kline at the plate, and that's high, 2-1. And that's strike 2 call, 2-2. 2 down, nobody on for the Aces. Here in the top of the 7th. 2-2 the count on Harper Kline. And that's popped up. It looks like it'll be out of play, and it is. Third base side. Count remains at 2-2. Pitch. And that's strike 3 call. So 3 up, 3 down in the 7th inning. Buckeyes coming up for their last time unless they can have a big inning. They trail 13-5 heading to the bottom of the 7th.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
Welcome back to this Buckeye softball broadcast presented by C&J Tax and Financial Services. Paige Hartman leading off the 7th inning for the Buckeyes. She's 2 for 3, a couple singles and an RBI. Ball 1. One-0 pitch. And that's popped up towards second base. And the second baseman makes the play for the Aces. And that was Elena Leppert out at second base for the Aces, making that catch. Veda Stalder at the plate for the Buckeyes. She's 1 for 3, base hit and an RBI.
Squared around to show bunt once again. Trying to get base runners.
And she lays down the bunt. Third baseman charges, throw to first, and she's safe. Veda Stalder. And she's got a lot of speed.
Yeah, she did. She was almost more than halfway down the line before it was fielded.
So the Buckeyes with a runner at first, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th, Buckeyes down by 8 runs. Ava Nunguster at the plate.
Off
And
the
that's
second.
a strike.
And safe at second.
Was Veda Stalder. Coming into this game, Veda Stalder and Ava Nunguster led the Buckeyes in steals with 9 apiece. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count on Ava Nunguster. Runner at second. 1 down for the Buckeyes here in the bottom of the 7th. Ava Nunguster 2 for 3 and an RBI. Low. Ball 1. Cassidy Steinmetz still on the mound for the Aces. And that'll be strike 3 call. So 2 down for the Buckeyes here in the 7th, and Buckeyes down to their last out. Haley Kerner at the plate. And that's a strike. Oh, 1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. The Buckeyes down to their last strike. Veda Stalder out at second base for the Buckeyes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Buckeyes down by 8. And that's fouled off, out of play over the Aces dugout, first base side. 2-strike pitch, and that one's fouled off, and it's out of play. First base side. Good job by Haley Kerner hanging in there. Cassidy Steinmetz on the mound for Amanda Clearcreek. The pitch is low. 1-2. One-two pitch, and that's strike 3 call, and that will do it. The Aces defeat the Buckeyes by a final score of 13-5.
C&J Tax and Financial Services has served Nelsonville and the surrounding area for more than 5 decades with local professionals dedicated to your individual, business, and corporate needs. We also specialize in payroll and bookkeeping services with the experience and expertise you can trust.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Fred Wolfe Automotive in Nelsonville is a great place to find quality vehicles at great prices. The family-owned dealership offers a wide selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, from dependable daily drivers to rugged pickups and everything in between. At Fred Wolfe Automotive, you're treated like a member of the family with honest service and a commitment to the local community. Stop by the lot on Chestnut Street or browse online and find your next ride today.
I'm with Dave Loge of Loge Insurance here in Nelsonville. And Dave, is there a Medicare Advantage plan that's ending?
There are often changes and adjustments each year to Medicare Advantage plans. Do not panic. If you need to make a change or would like a review, give me a call and together we'll review your options.
And how much is the review?
No cost. The insurance company pays me, not you.
Call 753-3376 to schedule your plan review.
Back here at Nelsonville-York, the Aces defeat the Buckeyes. Again, the Buckeyes led this game after 4 innings, 5-3, but then the Aces put up a 5 spot in the 5th and a 5 spot in the 6th, then took a 13-5 lead, and they didn't look back.
I mean, yeah, it really was. After they got the 5 runs to kind of knock the Buckeyes back down, there was obviously a huge play in the following inning, a grand slam that kind of put it all out of reach.
And speaking of that, time for our players of the game, which is sponsored by C&J Tax and Financial Services and Fred Wolfe Automotive. Our player of the game for the Aces, no doubt about it, Addie Gilbert. She was 4 for 5. She had the grand slam and 3 singles, 5 RBIs.
That'll do.
That'll work.
That'll do. I mean, and that grand slam was a no-doubter, too. I mean, it cleared the fence easily.
And our player of the game for Nelsonville-York, McKinley Nungester. She was 2 for 2. She had a single and a double and also had a walk.
Yep, congratulations to her.
Played a good left
well.
field.
Yes, she did.
For the Buckeyes. So congratulations again to Addie Gilbert of the Aces and McKinley Nungester of the Buckeyes.
Tough one for the Bucks. You know, last night I think was a really heartbreaker for them. They come back and they were competitive in this one, and then it just kind of got away from them late. And again, just another, I guess, teaching moment, learning moment for the Buckeyes as they'll try to bounce back. They will be on the road tomorrow against Vinton County. They will be back against Wellston and Miller on Monday and Tuesday. And then they've got a Wednesday game at River Valley. They turn around and play Friday at home against Alexander, and then a doubleheader against Southern that following Saturday. So they've got a busy schedule coming
the
up.
softball and the baseball teams. I know when we had Zach Richardson on here yesterday at Place for the baseball team, he was talking about next week was going to be a busy week for them also.
I think they're, let's see, they may have the identical, I think they have the identical schedule. So, yeah. Baseball and softball busy next week. We, of course, will have the home games for you on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday of next week.
And hopefully the weather will be good
Yes,
next week.
Absolutely. All right, Jim, take us home.
All righty. The Buckeyes now 3-11 on the season. The Aces, they up their record to 5-11. Again, Amanda Clearcreek defeats Nelsonville-York in this softball game at Nelsonville-York 13-5. And for Luke Duncan on camera and our director, Joe Higgins, this is Jim McCumber saying, so long, everybody.